Well, I said to pause the video. I didn't realize that it was going to totally kick me offline. Sorry. So now part 2, what I said was we know that 8 is a multiple of 4. So that's going to be the least common multiple of these two. So we know our denominator, our least common denominator is an 8. In order to get to an 8 from 4, we have to multiply times 2. The numerator, 3 times 2 is 6. Our denominator, 4 times 2 is 8. Then on this lower fraction, we just multiply by 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 8 times 1 is 8. So now we have now we have 6 plus 1. That equals 7. And our denominator of 8 just scooches over. All right. Now, I'm afraid to say pause the video because I'm afraid that it'll kick me offline again. But we have 8 and 2. The higher one is 8. Is 8 a multiple of 2? Yes, it is. Which means that we really only have to change one of the fractions. We don't have to change the top one because it already had 8 in the denominator. The bottom one, we have to multiply times 4 because we need our 2 to turn into an 8. So we multiply both of those by 4. We add the 3 and the 4. We get 7 and scooch over the 8. So we have the same answer that we had last time. Okay, now I is a little bit more complicated because 3 and 4 is the higher one, but it is not a multiple of 3. So we have to think of the multiples. And if I think of the multiples of 3, I think 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh, I think 12 is also a multiple of 4, isn't it? So our lowest common multiple is going to be 12. And that means our denominator for both of these fractions needs to be a 12. Now, in order to get this 3 to be a 12, we have to multiply by 4. We're multiplying the numerator by 4, and that becomes an 8. So 2/3 becomes 8/12. And then for the bottom fraction, in order to make this denominator into a 4, we have to multiply it by 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. And 4 times 3 is 12. So we have 9/12 and 8/12. We add them together to make 17. And that is an irregular fraction, and that is okay. No, can you put, Britton, the board? Push cancel. Thank you. Okay. All right. On J. Is it frozen?
Yes, frozen.
Oh, there we go. All right. These 4/5 plus 1/2. Our denominators are 5 and 2. 5 is not a multiple of 2, so that means we've got to find the least common multiple.
What time is it?
Okay, so Ava,
Yes.
we've got to find the least common multiple.
The least common multiple is 10.
10. You are right. Mm-hmm. You can go. Okay. All right. So we found our least common multiple, and also our least common denominator is 10. But what we have to do is we have to find the equivalent fraction that has 10 as the denominator. So the equivalent fraction to 4/5 that has 10 as the denominator, in order to get to 10 as the denominator, we got to multiply it by 2. So, So 4 times 2 is 8. It didn't stop here. It's still recording. And 5 times 2 makes 10. So 4/5 becomes 8/10. 1/2, in order to get a denominator of 10, we have to multiply by 5, because 2 times 5 equals 10, and 1 times 5 equals 5. Okay, can you see, Ava?
Yeah.
You want to come over here and see?
I tried doing this by myself, but I got 7/10.
You got it.
Oh.
Well, no, you didn't, because you multiplied this times. This 4 has to be multiplied by 2. Both of them have to be multiplied by 2. Got to multiply the top by 2 and the numerator by 2 and the denominator by 2.
Okay.
Okay? So try that.
Hold on, I'm gonna go get my pencil.
And then 8 plus 5 equals 13. And the denominator stays 10. So we have 13/10, which is an irregular fraction, and that is okay. All right. Okay, so what'd you, okay, that's right. Okay, so now, highlighting my denominators again. Oh, and guess what? 6 is a multiple of 2. So yay, I don't have to change that one. I get to keep it. I just have to change this one to get to a denominator of 6. So the way I'm going to do that is multiply everything by 3. 1 times 3 equals 3. 2 times 3 equals 6. So now I add 1 plus 3 is 4. The denominator is 6. Now, I could simplify that, but I'm not going to right now just because I don't want to confuse anything. Did you get it? All right. And I want you to try L by yourself. Pause the video. Try L by yourself, and to remember how to do it, first think, there's no, 5 is not a multiple of 3, so you're going to have to find the least common multiple of 5 and 3. No, this already was a 6, so you just multiply by 1. This one, you have to multiply by 3. All right?
Wait, but that equals 6 over
No. 1 times 3 equals 3. Okay, last one. The least common multiple of 5 and 3 is what, Ava? What's the least common multiple of 5 and 3?
That is 15.
15. So that means both denominators are 15. All right. Now, let's do the top fraction first. To get our denominator of 15, what do we have to multiply by?
We have to multiply by 3 to get 15.
3. So the numerator, 3 times 3, is 9. And the denominator, 3 times 5 equals 15. We already have that. Now down here, what do we have to multiply the bottom fraction by to get a denominator of 15?
We have to, wait for the bottom number of 3.
we want to turn this 3. We want it to become a 15.
We
So
have to times that by 5.
by 5. We multiply it by 5. So now we have our numerator is 1 times 5 and is 5, and our denominator is 3 times 5 is 15. So now we have 9/15 plus 5/15.
Wait, that's 14.
9 plus 5 equals 14. The denominator doesn't change. So we have 14/15.
Wait, Miss Auerbach, I know there's doing like this as
Okay.
timesing by the denominator instead of the
Good.
numerator.
All right. Now, if you had not gotten B and C done, I want you to try those on your own right now. Pause the video.
Wait, Miss Auerbach, did I get them correct?
I think.
Maybe.
You didn't finish that one.
Oh, okay. Ooh, yippee, I got 7.
All right. So that's it. Okay. Tomorrow when you come in, our morning work is going to be working on those task cards, and hopefully you will be able to do this skill. And if you need help, I will help you, but you've got to keep practicing on your own also. So you might want to rewrite some of these problems and try solving them again without looking at the answers. See you later.